Hello guys, how are you? I am here to do another Traveler's Notebook video. I've been doing multiple videos each day, so I can get all the videos I want made between now and the holiday, which is next week. So this is going to be the third journal with me in the Get Cozy book, which I'm on the design team for. Lynette at Chic is the one that designs these and puts them in her Etsy shop once a month. For the month of December, it's the Get Cozy. And the month of October, I'm sorry, not October, November was the little Christmas book that we've been working on and that I've finished and I'm journaling in now. So at the end of me working on this, I will flip through it as well. She puts a new journal in once a month. She doesn't do subscriptions. If you like it, you buy it. If you don't, you wait till next month and look again. But I'm telling you, everyone she does is adorable. So, this is the paper from the outside. This is 4.5 by 8.5, which is the standard size Traveler's Notebook. So let's go inside. Now, I get cozy in the winter time with hot chocolate, coffee, or cider, apple cider. So I decided that I would do this book in all blues, pretty much all blue tones, and I hope that you'll have fun doing it with me. Now, this is the inside cover right here, and I wanted this snowy, this came in the kit as an idea page from an idea book, and it'll be in your kit. Now, I use stuff out of my stash as well. This pocket was part of the kit, and this paper, the snow paper, is part of the kit. So, or it's actually part of the November kit, and I carried it over. So now it's my stash. And I fussy cut some birds that I thought would look cool in this book. So, this is the page we're going to work on now. So, Lynette made this tag, and you get a tag usually in every kit. Lynette also included this blue bingo card to decorate, which I love doing. And she included doilies. And I've got all my little die cuts in here. So she punches a bunch of things, and there's some stamps in this kit. A few stamps, I believe, in this kit too. Some snowflakes. And I carried a few things over from my November kit. And that's okay if someone wants to do that, that's great. Now, that is what I'm planning on doing. Lynette did add some beautiful papers in this book. Like, this is a very pale pink, and you can see where it's glistening. So it has probably some kind of soft glitter on it. It's not a big flaked type glitter, but it's enough that it looks cold. And that's what I love, is that cold look. So I don't want to cover this up. And so listen, the bingo card is going to be a little bit big, but I decided it didn't matter, that I could trim it on both sides. So let's do that real quick before we get started. Now, I'm going to try not to go crazy because I want my tag to fit in my pocket, okay? But you want to do both sides even. If you do trim it, you want to trim them both on both sides the same. So my blade, that's the wrong side. I better flip it around. My blade keeps coming apart. on my trimmer. That looks like that's more than I took off. Let's see. Let's do it about like that. I just want to make sure it's straight since I have it in the very middle. Where did my blade go? Okay, that's interesting. It came completely off, but I'm about to put it back on. I have some new blades, but until this thing is dull, I am not going to change it. So, you know, I'm determined. I've never had a blade come apart on me before, but I guess it's possible. So this will fit in the book just barely. So let's take some more off. I think I'm going to take some more off because I don't want to fight with it not fitting in the book. But I'm just going to take a little off, and you'd be surprised at just a little being enough, you know. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to set this aside. And I didn't nip, I need to nip it at the very top because I didn't quite get it. So I'm always looking for vintage bingo cards because they make really cool pockets, or just decorating them in general is cool. So I'm hoping that this tag will fit in here. Boy, I have to really, really go at it small, you know, as being small. I thought what I would do, I haven't really planned other than I threw this stuff down. I kind of thought, well, that can be a pocket, that can be the tag, this can be that. And I thought, well, I'll lay down a doily on the front and I'll trim. Now, I may just do half of it and trim that off so we can see our bingo card. I mean, we want to know that it's a bingo card, right? And so I'm going to pour all these little things out. So I'm thinking we could put some of these cool circles, you know, like we could put one here to be a side tuck if you should want that. And then we could put another one. And then I'm thinking kind of fill in with snowflakes. Like, you know, she's given 3 snowflakes in the kit. So I'm thinking, let's just do all 3. And then I can journal around these. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these on. This is a sticker. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on this one in the center. And boy, it has a nice glitter to it. And put it in the center of this one. I have a punch if I should decide I want to do more. This one, you have to pull the backing off of. I love these little foam-like snowflakes. Okay, so there is the snowflakes. We've got those established here. Now, I'm thinking out loud to myself, how do I want to do this? So I'm going to ink with the iced spruce. I think I've been inking in this book. It's crazy, but I have to stop and think about it. Yes, I have. You'd think I'd know if I'd been inking, but nope. I can't remember because I'm not inking on the Rolodex series for my December daily. That's what it was. Okay, so put this right here. If this tag is not big enough, we'll trim it down, but I think it will be. Now, it will stick up a little, and I like that. So yeah, and I think instead, I'm going to be very careful not to get too much glue on here. And you're probably laughing, but I'm really going to try hard not to get too much glue. And I'm going to put it very close to the edge. Now, I might have some seepage because of that, but I want to make sure our tag will fit. And I am a little bit of a drunk glue driver, because I kind of can't keep my hand steady enough to get it on here. Okay, so I've had fun doing these traveler's notebooks. I'm going to be honest, I've never really done traveler's notebooks. I think they're cool. I make them, but I've never started making my own. So I'm enjoying that. And I'm, you know, I don't have time to do a big journal, which I do have a big journal, but I just don't have time to sit down and do it because I'm busy with my books, getting my books made and doing my videos, and kind of knocks my journaling time to a small, doing them a small way. And that's fine because, you know, this is perfect for me. And it's always fun when you make journals, just so you know, when you make them, whenever you do what I do, okay, where you make journals and you know, you sell them, you don't usually keep them. Well, whenever you do that, I feel like I'm going to trim straight across here, okay? Took off a whole lot of it. And I'm going to glue it down here like that. Now, I am going to ink it, but very lightly. So, it's like you want somebody else's, you know, you want a different style. Someone else's style, you know, is fun for you. It's like, oh, yay, I bought a new journal. It's not like, oh, I made this journal. I got to sit down and look at it another 2 weeks. I always say 2 weeks because sometimes I take 2 weeks on a book. Sometimes I take a week. And if I work around the clock, I can do it in less time than that. So I'm going to put this one down. I'm going to do it straight across here where the snowflake is, right across there. Then I'm going to make sure I get plenty right here. And then I'm just going to hit each little mountain, little scalloped area here. I'm just going to put it on the outside there. Okay, now we're going to come down as far as we can on the bingo card, but stay on the card as best you can. And yeah, I like the way that looks. And inking it just kind of pops it out. I really like that too. So what do we do in that situation? We're only going to put 2 on the other side. We'll put the 2 small ones and we'll mix them in with some, we'll put these over here. And we'll mix them in with some others, or we'll just do like this. And I can journal here and kind of down and about. I just feel like this big one needs to be right in the middle of that doily. I didn't think much about it when I was doing it a minute ago, but when I picked it up, I was like, it needs to go right there. And I did forget to put ink around here. I just don't want to get glue on my dauber. Oops. Get glue on me instead. Although this one needs to be changed. It hasn't. You trim that little piece sticking out. It's driving me crazy. Okay. So we're going to put this in the center, which is going to make it off to the side. You see what I'm saying? So it looks like it was centered in the doily. Okay, now I'm going to ink this. I will tell you that the back of this tag is brown, which I don't want it to be brown. because I'm doing my blue thing. That's why I covered the inside cover. Although Lynette always stitches on the front, and I love that stitching inside the cover. But I'm going to cover this with some journaling paper. And I've got this that I had left from my owl book that I just worked on. Now, yeah, there's not lines in the very middle, but that's okay because I'm going to pull it to the side as much as I can. Let me see if it's the right size. Man, it's just the right size. I might have to trim a little bit off the bottom. And I don't care that this isn't... let's do it like that. It looks like it's going to be perfect. It is. So I'm putting the glue on the actual tag. Well, wait a minute. We want to make sure this fits in the bingo card or behind the bingo card. Now, I know right now we have glue there, but we still may have to trim it. Let me get it in here. Let's see. Why is that gluing across the top? I must have had some glue move. Okay. Oh no, it's going to fit. It's going to fit just fine. I am going to stuff something right under here because for some reason it was trying to glue down right there, and I can feel like a little blob of glue. So I'm just going to stick that there until it dries better. Okay, so now back to this. We're going to put glue on this back. So I'm just going to go around the outside first and then come back up and fill it in a little bit. I just want to get the edges. And I may go back and stitch this when it all dries. If I do, you'll notice it in one of the next videos, because I kind of have been flipping through videos. I mean, each time I've been kind of doing a small flip through. So that should be good. Okay, so there we are, the very bottom. We'll let this dry a minute before we trim around it. And in the meantime, let me look and see if I have any more of those circles. If I don't, I have snowflakes for sure, but I don't have any more. I did a bunch of snowflakes that I didn't end up needing right here, but so we'll use those. Yeah, we'll use those. And you know what? I think I want to put this on here. Don't you think that would look good? We don't want to waste anything. Or how about at the very top? Because we have to re-hole punch it anyway. Let's do that. So I'm just going to ink right here like we did the other part of this doily. And then across the top. So we want to glue it down well so it doesn't get snagged on things. So I'm doing right across the middle and then on each scalloped area. Doesn't take much. Okay, so let's just glue this down. I'm just going to center it right here the best I can at the very top of the tag. I hadn't planned on that, but it looks good there. Now, I'm going to let this glue calm down for a minute, and then we'll trim around it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so there's that. Now let's bring our book back in here. And let's go ahead and glue our, oh, you know what? I wonder if this, I laid this lace out to see. Ooh, I like that. You guys might not, but I do. I like it. So we're going to go across here. We'll still be able to see our bingo word. Okay, we just don't want to get that above because we don't want it to, we don't want it to glue our bingo card down. Okay, so we're going to, but you know what? I'm going to do a little bit down the side, just a little bit to hold the ribbon or the lace. Okay, so here we go. Let's make sure we have it on the right side. It's hard to tell whenever you're blind. I'm not blind, but I feel like I am a lot of times. I'm going to do it on, well, wait a minute. That part is just, it's not there. Let's take it off. Now, let's try that again. I've got a part of this that just wants to flip up. So I'm hoping this would be big enough to go across here. Yeah, it is, but it's still going to get it in the, I'll have to put some glue under it to keep it down. Okay, because it'll look weird if we don't have it. And I'm using my dull, my dull scissors. Do you have those kind? Where they just, you know, it mostly is dull when I do fabric. Or lace, obviously. Okay, there we go. I'll put this, make sure it's down well. And then I'm going to put just a dab under here because I want that to stay down. Otherwise, it won't show how pretty it is on there, right? Okay, so let's flip it around. Oops, I don't know where that came from. Oh, I remember now. That was something else I wanted to work on tonight, maybe. We'll see what time, how our time is going. Okay, so there we go. Now, let's trim around our tag, and then we'll need to ink the back portion of the tag. Let me make sure I get all of this right here. This paper is so pretty. It's the same paper that's on the front of the... Now, she had the corners rounded on her tag, which I like, but it's still too wet to put my punch on there to round them. So I'm just going to leave them like this. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't bother me one way or the other. Okay, so let's move this into the trash and get back to our card. Whew, I like that. So let's go ahead and ink. Oh, see, it didn't go all the way to the top, which I don't like. So now I feel like I need to trim it. So keep your fingers crossed that I trim it straight across. Yeah, it looks like it made it straight across. We'll see. We will see. Now let's flip it over and just give it a quick inking, mostly where it shows the raw edges. You know, the back in journaling and in journal making, you want to make sure the back looks just as good as the front. Now, I'm going to try not to get this in the glue so we can at least see what it looks like, and then I'll pull it out. Yeah, it's going to fit perfect. Okay, so let's bring in our snowflakes. I'm going to do like that. I've decided. Now, once again, I forgot to ink, which is okay. We just won't ink either one and it won't be noticeable. So we're going to put that one on the top there. And I want this one kind of down further because we only have the two now because I ripped one off for the other side. My glue is coming out so slow. I know it's because I'm not putting the lid back on it each time. I'm not worried. Okay, now we're going to get our small tip on our glitter glue, and we're going to, where'd it go? Okay, I'm looking everywhere. I don't see my glitter glue because it's up on the shelf. Oh my. So we're going to just glue a few of these little pale blue. They're kind of a pale blue. I don't know what I did with my Xyron, my little mini Xyron that I usually would run these type of things through. So I'm just going to like plop it down there. Yeah, no rhyme or reason. I just had these extra ones. I had done these for that center section that I did the doily, where I stenciled around the doily, but these weren't the right color, so I did some more. But it doesn't really matter. The color blue is blue, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to go overkill. I'm not going to put more than I need to on here. Might have to do a couple more. I don't know why that went everywhere. Let's see. We probably need one over here. We may have to use more than I had planned to make it look right. But I am going to journal on the back of the tag. Is going to be where I journal. And any little open spaces, if I need to use my little open spaces, I will. Now, I'm going to let that hang off so that it feels more realistic, and then I'll trim it in a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and put the two I have made. There's no reason not to. I love this hole punch. It was a Creative Memories from back in the day. I don't know if they still have them or not, but I really like the shape. Okay, one more. And okay. Yeah, I like the way that ends up. I'm trying to get this back in here. So yeah, I have spent a day just doing video after video, trying to get things done so I can do at least one a day. And, okay, let's see here. Come on off of there. There we go. That one cut off okay. So we'll get this top one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I love it. I love it, you guys. I hope you like it too. I can see a few little snowflakes sticking up, which tells me I didn't have enough glue on those. I can go back and touch them up if I need to. Okay, so now this page is done, or complete, however you want to say it. And then, let's see how far down we're going to be able to go. Yes, that's perfect. If you wanted to add a topper, you could, but I'm very pleased with how that looks as a topper. So, just want to make sure you guys can see okay. All right, now I'm going to put this right there while the pocket dries really well. And let's move on because we want to make sure we can get as many done as possible. Now, oh, I love that. I love this church picture. I have been waiting to do that church picture for some time. I've wanted to do it. Okay, so let's go here. You know, we stitched this pocket in the last video. And so I thought, even though it's not the right blue, it is this blue. Do you know what I'm saying? It's closer to that blue. So let me look back here. Yeah, we still, oh, it might look better right there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it here because the color just looks better. So I'm going to glue this on here. Now we're making this is going to be like a double pocket for journaling cards, okay? Now, I'm not real concerned about, you know, I'm putting the whole thing down. Excuse me. I'm not going to the edge that much because I don't want it to seep through the stitching. Oh my goodness, let me get a drink. It has warmed up and I'm super hot right now. These lights are a killer. So this looks straight to me. There's not going to be much to this page. I really just wanted this blue envelope in there. Now, we do need to do something with the journaling tags, okay? Oh, they don't have anything on the back, and you know how I feel about that. So, this is the paper. I keep everything that I had underneath the stencils when I was doing them. No, that's not true. Where did I get these? I must have done it on something else. I don't know. I'm not positive where it came from, but I thought we might use some of those on the back of this. We can journal on this blue, though. I think I'm going to leave it. I don't want to waste this unless I need to, right? Now, these are kind of plain, so I need to look in our box over here and see what we can do to these to help them so they don't look so boring, right? I want to go around the edges. Got that all done. Okay, so let me move this. So I'm thinking I also have these from the last one, but I also have these little flags. But I think, oh, I know what I'll do. Instead of I don't want to use the flags right now. I want to use 4 of these. Okay, we have like 8 or 7, 8, but I'm going to use 4. And you're going to see what we're going to do here. We're going to add glue to the back. And it does, to decorate, does not take rocket science, right? So we're going to bring this down to the 3rd line, but center it, okay? Going to bring it down to like the 3rd line here, but center it. Now, we're going to do another one the very same way. Okay, and we're going to match it up to this one. And we're going to end up with little circle tabs on the end. Line those up really well so they'll look cute and still look like a little circle. I mean, still have the little scallops around them. How cute is that? And then we're going to slide them into a pocket. Yes, and they're going to stick out just perfect. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going down to the third line here. All right, and then I'm going to make sure it's centered as best as my eye can see it is. And these are going to make great journaling cards. And we're going to line them up again. All right. I'm liking the way that's turning out. Oops, got to be careful, they slide. Yeah. So I don't think it needs more than that because it will take journaling space. What do we think about on here? Now, we could put something on here, but, you know, is it totally necessary? I don't think so. But let's see what we've got. I've got tinsel. I've got ribbon. I've got these little this little bird trim. But you know what? I don't want that on there either. I like it just like this. Simple. You know, if I needed to journal on here, I could. But then I've got this whole beautiful heart thing. And I'll tell you, Lynette, everybody's wanting to know how you do these hearts. I don't know if you can do a video sometime and show. I myself would love to know how you do it. It is just, they're adorable. Okay, so now let's flip on over and see if I stuck anything else in the book. If I didn't, we'll come up with something because we still have a little bit of time. Okay. For some reason I thought, oh yeah, I did. I had this in my stash. Of course, you know, whenever it was time to go around, when it was time to start this, I went and picked out anything blue out of my goodies. Oh, and then I have more there. So this is a half of a book. This is a book page folded in half. So I thought, why not put it right here? You know, right here. And then it flips up and it flips down. And so you can journal inside, but I'm thinking we really need to be able to close this so that it doesn't just flop around, right? So we could do a clip, which I think a small clip, let me find a small one, would look good on here. Because the reason I'm thinking it would be better than to put an actual little tuck thing on here is because I don't want to cover up the scallops on here. Okay, so let's ink really quickly. Now, this would be a great, just some tips for you if you want to do something different. This would make a really cool paper pad. You could put a paper pad inside, some tea stained paper or just white paper, however you prefer. I am not doing it because I want to do simple journaling in this book. You know, just 1 or 2 sentence type journaling. And then go from there. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so I thought, you know, this little flap is here and it doesn't have company. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this with my little paper clip right under the scalloped area, and it's going to be close. You don't want to put it under the back because the back area is going to be glued down. That's why I'm putting it on ahead of time. Okay, so let's make sure it's going to hold. It is. Okay, now we'll put glue back here. And yes, I'm going to glue the whole thing down because I don't need all that I don't need all the extra places to journal. But if you wanted, you could just glue 3 sides down and make a side tuck or a top tuck, depending on what you're wanting. Just got to use your imagination. I just look at it and I say, okay, I'm going to do this. I don't really sit and think it over a lot because I would be here all day. I know me. Okay, so this is going to go on here without any problems. And I'm going to put a bird on here because I can. I think these little birds look so cute. I've trimmed a bunch of them. And I'm going to give him a little bit of ink. I do a lot of fussy cutting for my books that I make. And so, yeah, you know, I like to use birds and flowers and butterflies, but I figure the birds will look the prettiest on this. Gives it more of an outdoor feel, which is where it's cold. Okay. Hope you guys, ooh, landed on there. Now I got to clean it up. Okay, so we're going to do like this so he has a place for his tail to hang. And then I'll clean up that glue before it gets dried on there. I think his little beak didn't get enough glue on it. I'm going to go back and try to get that glued down a little better. Let's go right here under his beak. There we go. Hold that down for a second. There. I'll get the other off of here. And see, we've got this cute little pocket, which looks like it's not straight, but by this it is. Okay. Over here, I don't know if the paper is crooked, but we're going to leave it because it's already stuck. And I think that's perfect. Okay, so if we wanted to do something else over here, we could. But I'm not going to right now. Let's move over here and see what's going on. You can see I piled a lot of stuff over here. I don't even remember. Oh, I do remember. This is the other pretty white glittery paper. But on this one, I'm going to, she did some really cool blue dyeing in the book. And some of the ephemera, like the tickets. And I just think they're so cute that I want to put this glassine bag is what she ended up coloring here. Because this is perfect to hold a tag. I'm sure that's what she was thinking. It'll hold a tag and that'll be perfect. Now, I don't know. She did a couple index cards, which are great to journal on too. I use index cards a lot. And I tea stain them. And yeah, they work great. Okay, let me get up here. I don't see glue up on that part. Now, I'm going to kind of put it over in the corner like this. If I wanted to, I could have done a tuck behind this as well. But glassine bags to me are kind of flimsy. And I would rather it be sturdier if I were going to do that. Now, I'm thinking, okay, so what do I want to put on here? I love this little bird, you guys. I know I've already done birds, but I'm going to do a few birds throughout the book. So I'm going to go ahead and get this white edge off of him. I tell you, fussy cutting these little birds is crazy. But I have done so many that, you know, I don't even notice it anymore. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's get you on here. I'm just kind of hitting these little areas. All right, and I'm going to put it kind of low on here. Got a little bit of glue coming out right here. We'll get that off. And I didn't get his beak. You'd think I would remember from last time, wouldn't you? But it's down now. Okay, let me put my lid on this little glitter glue because it's real crazy if you don't. Now, I know I want these claim checks in here. Okay, so I'm going to ink the blue one. I mean the white one. And okay, let's do this other side here. So I like the way these claim checks have this little hole up here. I've been thinking, what can I do with that little hole? I have seen Lynette put little characters in it before, which is really cute. Just an idea for you. You can go back and watch those videos. I think it's just been a couple months ago. I think it was fall. Anyway, but then I was thinking, another thing that would look cool is to put like a ribbon or lace or fibers or something. So let's see. Let's just see what fibers we have. We could probably use. I've used most of my blue ones. So I do have some. I have blue lace. I have some blue ribbon. Let's do the blue ribbon. Why not? Let's see what happens. If we don't like it, we don't have to keep it, right? Of course, I use the dullest scissors to try to, and I know it's off to the side, but just tie it at the top like you don't know it. I don't know that that's off to the side. I think it's, you know, going to be fine. And here, and I'm just going to double tie it like in a knot. Get in there. You could use 2 different ribbons if you wanted to, or just one. I'm just going to use the one. And I'm going to get my sewing scissors, and I'm just going to kind of make both sides the same side or as close as possible. Okay, there's that. And see, I think nobody's going to know that that's not supposed to be like that. Now, let's do it again. One more time. I hope I'm in screen for you guys. If not, I'm so sorry. I'll try to look here just in a second. I'd have to get up and look every now and then to be sure, as I don't have it marked, but I pretty much know where to work, but I'm still human and can make mistakes. Okay, so we've got this other one to go in here. I like having 2 claim checks in there. And I think that's really all we need in that particular one. What do you think? We could add more, but I think that that's good. Now, if we wanted to add an index card, we could. Let me see. I think they fit. I don't know for sure. No, but they're so close. Maybe I'll do one in there. And if I want to change it, I can. I'm just trimming a little bit off. But if I decide I want to use this somewhere else, I'm just going to take it out of there. Because we don't have to have it in there. You know what I mean? I just cut that crooked. We don't have to have it in the pocket necessarily, right? I just think that I want to make sure I can journal on these because I love doing that. And I'm just going to hit the back with a little bit of ink. Okay, and here we go. Should fit in there now. There we go. You know, it's perfect. Here, let's bring it down about like that. There we go. All right, so I think that's all we're going to do since we did 3 little pages. I hope you had fun in this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up so I know. And I'm just going to kind of give you a close-up here of that page. And then, oh, we can put our pocket in, our tag in our pocket now. There we go. Boy, can you say snowflakes? It's a lot of snowflakes, isn't it? But I love it. I like it. I mean, some of you may not like that, but I like it. So we're going to do a fast flip through. Okay, just the pages. We did this one today. I just stitched down the middle of the envelope. This is a small envelope. It's probably 6 inches long or 7. I love this. And I love that these tabs are sticking out over here. That looks cool, doesn't it? Okay. Just going to keep going. Here is our center page. For those of you that didn't see, that was our first page. Here is the next page. Flips out for you to journal. Has a pocket here with a tag, and it has this Get Cozy tag. And then I covered the bag here with that snowflake trim. I have another really cool section in the book. And wait a minute. Yeah. Then the next one is this that flips down. And then last but not least, yeah. So we'll at least do one more set of pages out of this is my goal. So we'll try to do one more. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye-bye.